This is the wall of the greatest tradition in Kentucky basketball history, and there's a reason that Tayshaun Prince is the most prominent figure on it. He was the last Wildcat Olympian. He entered Commonwealth Stadium as a player in the early 70s, and nearly 40 years later, Mike Cassidy is back coaching the blue and white. In the fall, Brian Adams is here with the football team, but in the spring, the two-sport star is just across the parking lot at Cliff Hagan Baseball Stadium. The last time these two teams met, the Cats lost their #1 ranking. This afternoon, they get a chance at revenge against the Louisville Cardinals. Former UK basketball coach Joby Hall has been announced as one of 10 people who will be inducted into the 2012 Basketball Hall of Fame. Hall coached the Cats for 13 seasons, winning 8 SEC championships.
I want it full speed or you go again. Kick, heel toe, break it to your left. Here we go.
He's back in the blue and white. Mike Cassidy spent 5 years at Kentucky as a football player and wrestler. Nearly 40 years later, he's the new defensive backs coach.
It's one-on-one, it's you and another guy, and I try to put our defensive backs in that position every day. I tell the cornerbacks, it's you and a receiver, and you're pressed up. Somebody's going to make Sports Center. It's man on man.
Even as a coach on the sideline, Cassidy leads with energy and intensity.
You got to move. You got to always constantly run and just be prepared, because he's a fiery dude and he's gonna get you working hard.
He's gonna praise you when you're doing good, but at the same time, he's gonna definitely let you know when you're messing up, and he'll call you out.
Cassidy says his attitude stems from his family values and time spent in the Southeastern Conference.
My dad was a sergeant major in the 101st at Fort Campbell, so I grew up an Army brat, disciplined. Yes sir, no sir. Little things were very important to me from a young age on.
Along with playing and coaching at Kentucky, Cassidy has made stops at Morehead State, Western Kentucky, and Louisville.
Having the chance to be back in the bluegrass is special to me. Someday when they put me in the ground, I'll probably be the only guy that's coached at 2 high schools and 4 colleges in this state.
All right, ready, go. Heel toe, break.
Cities, teams, and players might change, but Cassidy always uses the same fundamentals.
Every play, I try to coach a young man, good, bad, indifferent. And I always promise players, I said, I promise you, you guys won't work any harder than our coaching staff works.
We all went out there with high hearts and, just playing for our family.
On Sunday, the Kentucky women's soccer team fell to LSU, but outside of the box score, the team is playing to kick cancer.
Come out here and bring out the whole community and everyone get involved in something that's so big and affects so many people worldwide. For UK to come out here and do that is an amazing thing.
Money raised from selling tickets and apparel is going to the UK Healthcare Pediatric Unit. The blue and white chose to wear pink jerseys and gold shoelaces, which are being auctioned to raise money. But in their usual fashion, this women's soccer team exceeded expectations.
There's nothing wrong with just wearing pink and raising some money and being done with it. But in our program here, it's always about more than that. It's always about more than soccer. It's about life lessons.
In a ceremony after the game, players, family, and friends gathered on the field as one team, remembering their loved ones.
Soccer brings us all together, and soccer is obviously very special to us and a passion, but it's not as important as these kind of life events.
Former UK basketball coach Joby Hall has been announced as one of 10 people who will be inducted into the 2012 Basketball Hall of Fame. Hall coached the Cats for 13 seasons, winning 8 SEC championships. He was named SEC Coach of the Year 4 times. Coach Calipari has earned an SEC title of his own. He was voted Coach of the Year for the first time since arriving in Kentucky, a reward for his leading the team to an undefeated 16-0 season and a #1 national ranking. Another Wildcat earning multiple SEC titles, Anthony Davis. He was named Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year. Davis owns the conference record with 146 blocks. He's the first Wildcat to earn the honor since John Wall in 2010. The #1 Wildcats finished an undefeated season with their 74-59 win over Florida. The Cats have locked up a #1 seed for the SEC tournament and will face the winner of LSU and Arkansas. That game will kick off tomorrow at 1 o'clock on the SEC Network. Some Cats are making strides to become one of the pros. One of the first steps was this morning's Pro Day at Kentucky. 13 football seniors, including Danny Trevathan, ran drills and were timed in the 40-yard dash in front of 23 NFL teams. Joker says it's a great way to show off their skills.
They get one day, and this is their day that we try to set aside for them to showcase their abilities.
Trevathan is one of the players who is projected to be drafted, but he had a setback today. He declined to run the second 40-yard dash after tweaking his right hamstring. What was supposed to be an easy midweek game for the UK baseball team became a battle for the undefeated Cats. Tennessee Tech had a 3-run lead twice in the game, but the Cats answered back with rallies, started off by leadoff man Austin Kuzno. The Cats won 10-6 over the Eagles and remain undefeated at 12-0. Kuzno has played a big role in the Cats' winning streak.
Yeah, his brain works well. He's got energy. He pays attention at a high level. He figures things out. He's he's a little bit more advanced just in terms of astuteness, awareness than your regular freshman.
The Cats hope to stay undefeated as they play Marshall today at 4. Freshman A.J. Reed will take the bump for the Cats. This is something that no one could have predicted. The Kentucky baseball team is undefeated.
I know they weren't ranked at the beginning of the season, but have they cracked through the top 25?
They have. They weren't ranked. They should be a little higher than what they are now, but they are in the top 15 nationally.
Thanks, Kyle.